What's up, guys? Welcome back to another How to Beat live low stakes poker video. Today's topic, we're going to talk about style of play. A question that I get asked a lot is what style of play is best, referring to, like the common styles that are known, like tight aggressive, loose aggressive, hyper aggressive, and or like maniac. You've got, and then you have your, which I think you guys know the styles are probably not the best when you have like loose passive style or like nitty or rock. Really, like the simple answer is aggression as a default is going to be better than a passive style. It doesn't mean that you need to go and play every hand that's dealt to you. It doesn't mean that you need to raise every draw, raise every value hand in every single spot. But if you're ever in doubt, aggression's probably the best, or like the default that you should, or I guess the style that you should default to. The thing is, though, is that like I don't sit down at a table and think to myself like, okay, I'm gonna play, hyper aggressive, or I'm gonna play tighter today. It depends what the table provides me. It depends what they give me. If it's a table that is much more active, they are playing a lot of hands, it's going to be really hard to ever play post-flop heads up, then you're just going to need to have it more often than not. And the only way to really do that is to, in fact, tighten up your range a little bit. So it doesn't mean that we all of a sudden start playing a nitty style. Our baseline, any kind of baseline pre-flop chart out there, like a lot of you guys by now likely know the types of hands that you should be raising or playing from certain positions or areas of the table. That will do fine. And I think the big thing is the adjustments that I would make, for example, are in the live low stakes games. If you have players that are willing to see a lot of flops, and it seems that sizing doesn't really matter. If you're able to put more money in with your the better portion of your range, that's going to be a lot of your premiums, like obviously your big pairs, your big suited Broadway cards. Then yeah, you should actually look to raise larger and play a style that is a little bit, it would be perceived to be more like tight aggressive with an emphasis on aggressive. The other part of this is that stack sizes are something that that matters quite a bit. A lot of players don't take that into account. For example, if you're in a 1-2 or 1-3 game and there is a straddle on, that will artificially shrink stacks by half. So, like if we think it's a table that's now playing a little bit tighter and we feel that we will benefit from loosening up our range quite a bit, we need to be mindful of the fact that now, let's say a lot of the players at the table are actually sitting with around 100 bigs. If there's a straddle on, a lot of the time, everybody's going to be actually closer to 50 bigs. And so it might not be as profitable or as beneficial to you to start just raising hands like, let's say, like 10-8 suited or pocket fours, because those aren't going to play as well in those really low SPR situations. So that's something to keep in mind. Like, keep in mind stack sizes, and don't just default to a specific style of play. If you are somebody that you feel you're very comfortable with playing tight aggressive, you need to probably, to get more comfortable and to play more loose aggressive, or to possibly increase your win rate, you need to get comfortable in essentially more uncomfortable spots, if that makes sense. Like, you need to put yourself out there a little bit more post-flop, get used to having to maneuver in these marginal spots. And the more you do it, the more that you do become comfortable with it, I think the better that your game will become. That does take a little bit of time, but the main point is take what the table gives you. If they are playing pretty tight, especially post-flop, then you're going to want to widen your range a little bit, and you're going to want to definitely put the pedal down a little bit more post-flop. Like, you're going to be perceived to be loose aggressive to perhaps even, ultra or hyper aggressive. If they are playing very loose and aggressive themselves, then you want to tighten it up a little bit. You don't want to clam up, though. You don't want to start playing passive, so to speak, but you just want to start entering pots with a little bit of a stronger range. And again, keep in mind stack sizes. If players are really, if everybody's really deep effectively at the table, then it makes a lot more sense to start playing a style that includes more of the pocket pairs, the suited connectors, the suited ace-x hands that will play really well in these higher SPR scenarios. So keep in mind stack sizes, take what the table gives you, be a chameleon at the table, if you will. Be able to adjust and play different styles. Like, you're still going to play aggressive, but you're either going to be playing like a little bit closer to like tighter aggressive, or you're going to be playing a lot closer to like hyper aggressive. Somewhere in the middle will be loose aggressive. That's probably, I guess, like most good pros default, but you have to be able to slide on that scale, so to speak. You got to be able to adjust a little bit. So if there are any questions or comments, of course, let me know. Like the video, please subscribe to the channel. Visit us at archcitypoker.com, where we talk about player profiles and style of play more in depth on our content there. So looking forward to seeing you guys in the next video and over at Arch City Poker. Thanks.